Okay.
Alright, ready? What's going on? We out here, next level battle circuit. We got we're the best street fighters out here in New York. We got your boy out here. We'll let him introduce himself.
Dieminion, the one and only.
What's going on? So what's your mindset usually when you get into a match?
Well, coming to the next level battle circuit in a tournament environment, you just have to get that short set environment. 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5 type of environment ingrained in your brain and when you're playing. So it's just about coming here and just getting accustomed to all the killers that come here and just really focus on that 2 out of 3 set.
Alright. What you think about Guile this season?
I think he's pretty good. He was actually pretty good in season 1, to be honest. He lost some things. Some people think Guile just got buffed. He actually got adjusted, but he's still really good. Alright. So the only thing I would say that will put him a little bit over the top is the 2-bar B trigger.
Yeah, that's
actually
pretty strong. Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Questionable, but everything else is just fair.
All right. Yeah, because I know a lot of his normals are negative.
A lot of his normals, most of his normals are negative, and you have to space them out really well. Right. In season 1, he had no tools to really fight on the ground, but his projectile zoning game was still strong. But they just pretty much adjusted him from doing like a lot of combo damage in the corner, and then just making him more well-rounded. Right.
All right. Usually when you jump into a match, do you have like a general game plan? And then like you
Guile, the game plan is pretty much just keep him out and just go on the offense when you have like a boom on screen and they're on defense. So it's pretty much just about switching the style up nowadays. In the older games, it was more about just literally just keeping them out. Guile really had no tools to put pressure on. And he was like a zoning monster and like a mid-range monster. But in this game, he can actually fight up close. So in this game, it's more about just switching the style up. It's less about being zoning based and more about knowing when to switch the style.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense because I know the Street Fighter 5 is more of an offensive game, like, but you know, more than any other probably Street Fighter. Are there any characters, like for instance, like how did you decide on Guile? Like
the story how I decided on Guile. Well, how I started playing Guile was I used to play him actually back in the day in the old Street Fighter games. Ken and Guile. Those are the characters.
Oh, Ken, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And even when Street Fighter 4 started, I tried out Ken for a little bit too. I was doing like a lot of the tricks, the carrot throw and the carrot fireball and stuff like that. But the real reason why I play Guile is because in Chinatown Fair, Justin, he had like a field day pretty much in the arcade, and no one can beat him even when he was playing like random select. So when it was my turn to play, the arcade was like $1 to play, so everybody was just there, just spinning dollars. And
remember those good old days, man? Chinatown Fair.
Yeah. So pretty much when it was my turn to play, I picked Guile, and his random select was Zangief. It just landed on Zangief for him. And I remember in Super Turbo how the matchup went, and I pretty much just played the matchup, and I was the only one that was able to take him off like a 30-game win streak or something. So after that, I just settled on Guile.
All right, so that would lead into this question. So would it be more for you the character that you like, or would it be whoever fits your play style best? Like, what's your choice? Like, what?
So it's a little bit of both. In games, in competitive games, there's usually stronger characters that fits my playstyle, but I don't really like them.
Right.
So I really gravitate toward the ones I like the most. The ones that have the most potential to be quite blunt. The ones that have the most potential, like the ones that are outright strong, they have a lot of potential, but I like the ones that when you really put the time in, you can untap some real great stuff.
So it's kind of like a little bit of mix of meta, but you gotta like the character.
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely have to like the character. Definitely.
And how did you know that you were like more of a Guile side player? Like, was it just the match with Justin, or did you notice that he fit your play style better?
Well, in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I played a cable-based team. And cable is literally all about cable. Actually, the way cable is in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is the way Guile is kind of the way Guile is in Street Fighter 5. The way cable plays. So yeah, so I pretty much just played Guile based on the knowledge that I had with previous fighting games, and that was mostly Marvel vs. Capcom 2 playing like a cable team. So.
That's cool. All right, about 2 more questions. Are there any people, like who were the people that you looked up to in fighting games that you wanted to like emulate? And
well, mostly just the people just around me. I was pretty much just influenced by the people around me, namely like Sanford Kelly, Arturo Sanchez, Justin Wong, Eddie Lee, Flash Gordon. Yeah, a lot of the old heads, a lot of the Marvel 2 heads too. Josh Wigfall, Mike Infinite, Smooth Viper, Chris Matrix. Just pretty much everyone that was involved in the scene back then, that was heavy into the scene. Even players that I used to read in magazines like Alex Valle, John Choi. Yeah. So like yeah, Jason Cole. Just the players that were like known for being really, really good. They were just the people that inspired me.
All right, well, last question. Are there any other Gao players that you like keep in touch or watch, you know, on the regular? And do you kind of like, I want to get at that level, or you know what I'm saying? Like, or do you kind of measure yourself up to, you know, the other Gaos out there?
Right now, I think Japan has the best Gaios. So I just watch a lot of Japan match footage. I don't think they have better Gaios per se, but they have more experience because they play high-level competition regularly.
Right.
So
if you could name one.
Doyambo.
Oh.
Doyambo from Japan.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, he's the one that has the most well-rounded knowledge about the character. He's really solid too. He doesn't try to win by gimmicks. He has a lot of matchup experience, so he's really the one that I watch the most.
Right.
Just to see if I'm on track with my Gao gameplay also.
Alright. Well, that's your boy. You heard it first from probably the best Gao in NYC right here, your boy Dieminion. I'm gonna let him get back in there and get ready. It's been Hollywood. Yeah, baby. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, my man.
No problem.
Alright, guys. Peace. I'll see y'all.